Hey friends, hope the morning's treating you well. Hope you got your coffee. I left mine. I just got out of the car. I drove from Nashville to Indianapolis. 5 hour drive. I just parked the car, got out. I thought this is the only time I'm going to have to talk to the people. So I came out here and set up this camera. As soon as I turned it on, my neighbor started mowing the grass. It's one of those days. But it's a nice long drive. I'm pretty worn out by it, but I've been in Nashville all week. Had a really, really good week and a productive week. And I did an interview. I'm not going to say with who, but I'm going to start uploading that stuff probably Monday. There should be new stuff all week next week, maybe every single day. And really, really good stuff I think you guys are going to enjoy. So keep an eye out for that. And then the rest of what I've been doing, I can't really talk about. Do you guys ever have projects that you're doing and it's just best not to talk about it? Those of you who've known me for a while, whether it be from the podcast or just the last couple years on this YouTube channel, you know that I'm a firm believer in, I always have new things I'm trying and learning. And I'm a big believer in not really talking about it, because if you start talking about it in public, it seems like it's harder to get it done. For me, at least, it's harder to make it a reality. And there's a whole lot of things that I'll try that just kind of fizzle. So you're working hard on this thing, and if I was talking about it publicly and bragging about it or whatever, and then it fizzles out and doesn't happen, then I look pretty stupid. I see people doing that publicly, and I always feel bad about them. I know you want to try to hype things and all of that. We live in this hype world where hype is everything. I just kind of try to not be that person. I don't want to be on that end of the spectrum. And it makes it easier for me to finish things if I just don't talk about them. And the podcast was that way back when I started it. I kicked it around for a few months thinking about it, and I wasn't so sure whether I was going to actually go through with it or not. I wasn't sure whether I'd be good at it. So I was making episodes and editing them all together and trying to make them whatever they could be. And no one knew anything about any of it at all until the day that I published the first episode. And I feel good about that. I probably could have done, maybe it would have made a little more splash if I'd have hyped it up beforehand, but it ended up being whatever it was going to be anyway. And when I started painting, I did it for me. I always wanted to paint, and had these inhibitions that would stop me. And I was like, hell with it, man, just paint. I'm a believer. Now, you want to do something? Well, just try it. Nobody has to know. And so I would paint every day for years, just about every day if I was home. I did that for at least 5 or 6 years before I ever showed anything to anybody. And I enjoyed it. It's something beautiful about doing something just for yourself and getting personal enjoyment out of it. And by the time I showed stuff to people, they dug it and were encouraging. That's kind of nice. And then when I actually sold some of those paintings, like in the height of the pandemic, that was beautiful. I think I sold 38 paintings, which really, really helped us get through. And it was just nice from this thing that I never expected to be public about at all, But and if I would have immediately started sharing things, I probably would have gotten discouraged, where I didn't need to be judged. I just wanted to do it. I didn't really care about being judged about it. The point is, sometimes it's always good to try new things. Sometimes those things can run their natural course if we just don't talk about it a lot, if we don't share it publicly. And we live in this day and age where everybody shares everything. I mean, everything. So I try not to do that. And so the point of that is there's been a project I've been working on that I really feel good about. I mean, I really feel good about it. I think it's really cool, and I think that it's actually I'm gonna see it through the finish line, and later this year, you guys will know about that. You might know about other smaller projects along the way or whatever. But maybe if you can tell me are you the type of person that just shares everything immediately? You know, everything you're working on, you always talk about it publicly. Does that work for you? Because that's really the only thing that matters in any of this is, does it work for you? There's no hard, fast rule of anything. And then are you like me and you choose not to talk about things that you're trying, and that works for you? You know, where I might do 5 things that I'm working on that I never share publicly, that I kind of think, you know, I kind of sucked at that, you know, or it just didn't work out or it fizzled and nobody ever knows about. That works for me. I usually feel good about that. I'm just curious what you think, what works for you that way. It was actually nice weather in Nashville this week, which is crazy. It's June. It's beautiful out here. It feels about the same in Nashville. I don't remember that. I remember 100 degrees in June in Nashville, but it was good to be back. And I don't know. I'm gonna go inside and collapse. I haven't seen Amy in all week, and I just came home. The dog, Wendell, jumped all over me. I'm just trying to hug Amy, and the dog's just mauling me because happy to see me. And so I'm going to shut this camera down. I'm going to go inside and say hey to her for the first time in about a week. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's been a little slow on the channel, but there'll be lots of stuff here coming next week. And I'll talk to you soon. Much love to you.